Hi, my name is Ben and we are back with another episode uncovering what makes South Canterbury not just an incredible place to visit, but an amazing place to live, work and build a business. So let's find out what makes this place so special. From thriving local businesses to hidden community gems, I'm sitting down with the people who make this region tick. Entrepreneurs, creatives and everyday legends who call South Canterbury home. Today we're speaking with Nils, the General Manager, and Maturo, the Events and Marketing Manager for Multicultural Aoraki. Nils, Maturo, thank you so much for taking the time for us to come and interview today to talk a little bit about your guys' personal journeys and Multicultural Aoraki. To begin, I'd like to ask you both a little bit about your personal backgrounds.
Cool. Hello, and thanks for doing this with us. My name is Nils Macfarlane. I was born and bred in Timaru until I went to university and did a law degree, became a lawyer, but decided that I didn't really want to go into law, so I went to Wellington and went to film school, then to Japan and taught for a year, came back and then got back into law and doing immigration law, and then moved back to Timaru and started an immigration business here.
Good.
Thanks, Ben. I'm Maturo. I've been here just over 25 years. So I'm born and bred in Samoa.
Yep.
So I moved here as a rugby scholarship through Roncalli College, and got a contract that I signed for rugby players and playing around all the other clubs, and then now I've got family, kids, and living Timaru.
So, two very different backgrounds, obviously. One of you born in Timaru, one of you moved to Timaru. It's quite cool that you guys are now working together for the same organisation. So you signed a rugby contract to come here with Roncalli School. So was that the primary reason for you moving here 25 years ago?
Pretty much it is. I was playing for Samoa under 18, and then the coach from Roncalli came up and watched us. So they picked two of us who moved down here. And that was the first time ever leave the country and moved to, I was only 17 at the time.
Wow.
And to move down here, it was like not many island people living in Timaru at that time. And it was really scary. But, you know, you trust yourself. And then, yeah, so my focus is to find something good for my future, because it was pretty tough back home.
Yeah. What were some of the challenges that you faced? You say it was quite scary coming over here. What were some of the challenges that you faced moving to New Zealand and Timaru?
Well, first, my English wasn't good. I didn't know how to speak English.
Yeah.
So coming here, I thought Timaru is up in Auckland. Because, you know, like everyone talk about milk and honey back in Samoa. So, I want to come. But when I got to Auckland, like, oh no, you had to find another flight. So, like, all those made me scared, because you know I was a young boy. And then you come down here, and like the whole school was all Palang. Sorry, I'm not being racist. They all Pakia kids, and you're standing in the middle of the school with like a brown boy, and you're like, oh, what can I do now? So I just, and then, you know, I don't have friends back in that time. Yeah. But when I score about 7 try one game, I got heaps of friends. So I was like, oh, yes, that's good. So I used my talent to make friends.
That's good, man. That's good. So did you, do you feel like that's changed? Like from when you came to now, do you reckon that Timaru and also New Zealand as a whole is more diverse as a place?
Big change, like especially down here in Timaru. Like 25 years, and when I moved down here, it was only about four families, Samoan family. Like now, it's heaps of people, and it's so multicultural, like town, region. So we're pretty happy to work together so that we can serve our multicultural family in Timaru. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
So Nils, you mentioned that you went to Japan, you know, across that kind of time period of changing from law to doing some other things. Was your trip there the thing that sparked your interest in like culture in general, or was it always a passion of yours?
I think culture's always been a passion, but definitely that was one of the big catalysts. I think more so because I went to Japan as a assistant language teacher, so you're kind of being a cultural ambassador in a way for New Zealand, and that's kind of what they pick you up for, to talk about your country and stuff like that. And that was the first time living outside of New Zealand that made me really appreciate New Zealand, because I went to Osaka and there's millions of people just in that city.
Wow.
And then you realise, wow, you're just like an ant in a city like this.
Yeah.
And then in New Zealand you feel like you're a real person, kind of thing like that. And it made me really appreciate and value what we have here in New Zealand, and especially Timaru as well.
Yeah, and it's quite cool that now in your role currently, you're sort of helping other people experience that same feeling in New Zealand, you know, like integrating into a place where people are people, not just ants, as you say, you know?
Definitely, and that's what I love about this role. It's mixing two of my favourite things, South Canterbury, Timaru, and culture. And I am so passionate about South Canterbury and New Zealand, and always love to welcome newcomers to the district and to hear their stories and to share the knowledge and the stuff of the local community is really cool, and just to be part of the wider community and try to make them feel as welcome as they can. It's a really special thing because, like Toro said, like I was 25 years ago, there was very little culture here, and now it's a completely different story and something we should be quite proud of, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, Multicultural Aoraki has a massive part to play in that. We've got some banners up, you know, around us of some of the cool events and things that you guys are doing. So what was that journey like, transitioning into your role at Multicultural Aoraki? How did that come about, and what kind of, I guess, life experiences did you have before that helped you to be effective in that role?
The Japanese experience was definitely a big part of that. I've only been in this role close to 2 years as the general manager, but have volunteered with Multicultural Aoraki for about 6 or 7 years.
Yep.
I used to do immigration clinics for our clients, so that was really, really lovely, and to see the great work that the team was doing then. I've always been a massive cheerleader of Multicultural Aoraki, so to be part of the team now is really special. So that whole immigration law part of it definitely had a part to play, and also the birth of my daughter, that's why I really wanted to come back to Timaru, to have that same upbringing, to give her the same upbringing that I had growing up was a really special one. So now she gets to enjoy that as well.
Yeah. What parts of your upbringing do you think like really left that mark on you that you really wanted to be here?
I think the size of Timaru is such a awesome thing. Like, it's small enough that you're bound to know somebody as you go down the street and stuff, but it's big enough to have your privacy as well. And the location, it's perfect. Like, we get this small town kind of living, but we can go 2 hours up the road to be in the city of Christchurch, and you can do that in a day trip easy. Twizel and Tekapo just down the road, and so is Dunedin, just beautiful place. But the scenery around the place as well, like looking out to those mountains and then having the sea right there, it's perfect. And the fact that you can walk everywhere is just amazing.
Yeah.
It's 5 minutes by car, but you can easily walk anywhere you want. So great wee town.
And how about you, Turo? What was your journey from coming here to play rugby to now working for Multicultural Aoraki? What was that journey?
It was good because like when I first arrived here, you don't see so many Pacifica people around in the town. I'm especially Pacifica, so. But now, like, it's so many of them. They move here, not knowing like the law, like the culture and a way of New Zealand thing. So for me, that grow up here, well, not grow like. I went to a Kiwi family and stayed with them for a whole year, like the way they do their stuff and all that. So I learned the Kiwi way of living in Timaru. So when they come over, I'm trying to like pass it to them. Like, this is how you know, Samoa is different from New Zealand. You know, so I'm very happy that I'm here, and then I can pass it back to them, like to help like community and all that. Yeah. And like Timaru, it's best place
Yeah.
in the whole New Zealand. I reckon like down here, a lot of my family, they say, why you live in Timaru?
Yeah.
But when I finished school, and then I signed a contract for like playing rugby. It was after I signed contract and I've been here for 4 years. I was like, no, I'm not living. I'm not moving away anymore. And
Yeah.
now I have my wife and my kids. And I was like, should we go up to Hamilton? Because my wife, she's Māori.
Yeah.
And then they have land up there. And it's like, no, we're not going.
Yeah.
This is, I'll die here. You know, I love like what Nils say. Like it's big enough, small enough, and like we pretty much in the centre of the South Island. Like we can go 2 hours away to go city, but like you have everything down here, and so for me it feels so safe for my family, for my kids. So that's why I really love it. The people are nice. Like the people are lovely down here. Like you're going down the street, people say good morning to you. And that's what the coffee group people say as well. Like when you come here, they shop to go to a countdown or a supermarket and hear people say good morning. And then they stop and like, did that lady just say good morning to me? Like, so all that small stuff.
Yeah. So different. Eh? So did you meet your wife here in Timaru?
Yes, I did. So she was from Dunedin study.
Yep.
And then she come here for holiday and then I tackle her.
On the rugby field.
So I met up with her and then, so yeah, have 4 kids. My son's got a boy side.
Yeah.
And yeah, we really loved Timaru.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
That's cool.
awesome place.
So you mentioned a coffee group. Can you tell me a bit more about what that is?
So the coffee group, we run a coffee group every Wednesday. It's for newcomer and new people that come in. Isolate. It pays on when COVID hit. And then thought, so we can start something so that just bring people out from just sitting at home. So just they come, they have coffee, biscuit, and then just connect. And no matter where you're from. Some of them, their English is not good, but they're still coming so they to learn and also to make connections for other people. There's a man that turned up to coffee group. He just sit on the corner for a couple of weeks. And now it's like a really loyal family to the coffee group. He's like, come out and say hello, high five to other people. And that's good with the coffee group. It's just make people feel welcome, like make people feel home in Timaru. And no one charge. Everyone's the same. And we call it family. So yeah, that's what coffee group. It's pretty good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So, Nils, do you want to tell me a little bit more about some of the other events and things that Multicultural Aoraki does?
Yeah, and the coffee group is just a great example of how we are trying to get rid of that isolation. Not just within Timaru, and I think in any town it is quite hard to meet new people if you're a newcomer. So we just try to take that isolation away and try to make sure that there is a place that everyone can connect. If you don't necessarily have to join a sports team or something like that, you can come and just be part of the whole wider community. So we try to put on as many events as we can to bring people together. So we've just got this new place now, which is a hall, so we're going to be able to do a lot more events in 2026, which will be similar to our coffee group, but we'll have also a conversational English club. We're going to have a lot more family fun days and just bringing people together just to celebrate themselves and the community that we're in.
Yeah, definitely. And that's a big thing, eh? Like, I mean, even for people that have lived here their whole life, like for me, like, you know, you get that little spike of social anxiety when you're going into a new situation. So imagine that, but with someone that doesn't speak the language, that's from a whole different country, like that's a massive barrier for people to get over, you know. So it's awesome that you guys are doing something to help people just to feel like they can be part of something without having to engage with a specific activity. Because for example, I mean, if you matched me up against Tura on a rugby pitch, I'd get flattened. So, you know, I probably wouldn't go and play rugby, right? And so for people like me that maybe don't play rugby, for obvious reasons, I'd get wrecked. It's good to have a group or different things that people can just come and be a part of that group for the specific reason of being welcomed into a place.
Definitely, and to also take away that anxiety of talking and stuff as well. So we're going to make sure that we have board games and card games. So it breaks that barrier of, oh, what am I going to say? Am I just going to talk about the weather? I get that myself, and I've lived here, and we do a lot of networking and stuff. But every time I go to a networking event, I do get that social anxiety of like, oh gosh, who am I going to talk to? What am I going to say? So it's just to make it as easy as possible for anyone to just come and be part of us, like come and just share space, really.
Yeah. Now, you guys also have a festival that you run. Can you tell me about what that's about?
Yeah, it's an amazing festival. It's the Multicultural Aoraki Festival. We do it every March for race unity awareness. But last year we got close to 5,000 people coming, about around 100 stallholders, and it's just full of food stalls, awesome performances, kids' activities, but also a great chance for collaboration, which is what we're really key about, is doing things together. So it's a great chance to have business in there. It's a chance to have the local council, government departments, just in a more informal setting that's not that daunting, oh my gosh, I have to go to MSD or IRD or something like that. It's just seeing a friendly face and just talking one-on-one in a nice, positive environment. Toro does an amazing job setting that up and getting the performances. So is there anything that you'd like to add to that?
I think the festival, just to bring all culture together, there's like, with the festival we can see so many diverse in our town, like with like Chinese food, like Indian, Syria, all this, they all coming together, and that's good. And then they perform, and then our people like local, like they say, oh wow, there's a Indian group, or this Pacifica group, and like all this happened at that festival.
Yeah.
And so many, like, like you have the police there, the fire service, St. John, and they all, it's great. It's a good festival, and it's so many people come, and then we got so many feedback. They're so happy that we run something like this. So we're pretty happy. Look forward to next March. Yeah.
And I think that is what is so great about it as well. It's a great chance to showcase our cultural diversity to the wider community. I think people still think that maybe we are about 20 years ago where there was very little cultural diversity within Timaru, but if you go to that festival, you clearly see that there's a lot of different ethnicities around here, and it's really cool for the wider community to see and celebrate that with the many different societies that we have.
Yeah, definitely.
I just want to, like few years back when we started, it was hard to find performance and stuff, but now they all know. They just reach out to us. Like, oh, we want to perform, we want to showcase our culture, and with the uniform and all that, it's like, wow, that's so good to watch. Yeah.
That's really cool though. Man, it's awesome. And it's a really cool opportunity, because I think that, there's a balance that's struck, right? Because like you said, Turo, you had to learn a lot about New Zealand culture to function in this space, but there's also a lot of your own culture from Samoa, and these cultures from the other, people that, especially that go to this festival, that they want to maintain. They don't want to lose who they are as people in trying to fit into New Zealand. So it's just a celebration of that beautiful blend of, all these people can coexist together, and it just showcases the best of all the places coming together. Yeah, which is really, really cool. Yeah.
And I think that's why the name is so good. Multicultural festival. It's like all different culture just come to showcase their culture.
So what are some of the challenges that you've faced as an organisation that deals with so many different diversities and different things?
I think for all non-for-profits, the biggest challenge is funding and keeping lights on. We're lucky because we've got our non-for-profit, but we also do have some really awesome contracts through Health New Zealand and MSD, which have been really great to support half the team do that great work. But But for the rest of the team, it's always about, okay, where's our funding going to come from? How are we going to do this? And that was a big reason why we decided to move. So then we can have this hall space and have that as some income coming in. But just to, really make sure that we can be a bit more self-sufficient and keep the lights on is the biggest challenge.
Nice, yeah.
How about you?
I think some of the challenges, the language as well, like when people come, and also changing of culture when you move here. And so we're trying to adjust and trying to show them how things do in New Zealand, in Timaru. Yeah.
What about some of the wins?
Wins when we have the festival. So when we have this big festival, it's so, half the time when we set it up, we're like, oh man, this is hard work. And then on the day, we see like so many like smiling face, the kids running around, and that's from 0 to 150 happy that we're at. So that's something special to us.
Yeah, and definitely, I know with our health team for our former refugees, just that relationship building and seeing them come from start to end, like just that relationship that you build with them. And although English is still a barrier, it's you do form quite a beautiful relationship with the families as well. So that's always a win to get those relationships. For me personally, I think another big win is any chance we can do collaboration really well with other agencies. We have now got a really great relationship with Pacifica Aoraki as well, because our former team member, Eliana, who was here, is now the general manager there. And it's just really lovely to work together, and as we do with all the other societies, like the Tongan Society, really great stuff that they do. So any chance we can collaborate is always a win. Refugee Settlement Services also, we work really well with them and the Y. I'd love to work more with businesses as well, which is great that we're part of the South Canterbury Chamber of Commerce, so we can do that more. I know a big win was with FETA. They were doing this really great community initiative, and they came to community agencies and said, hey, is this going to work? And I pointed out that there was a restriction that would make it really hard for us to endorse that to our families that they were trying to reach to. And they were awesome. They took on the feedback and then took it up to Spark and said, hey, this isn't going to work because of this and that, and can we change it? And they did. And it was just that great working together, because I think there's different mindsets with non-for-profit and business and local business, local council and local government, central government. So to have those different mindsets in the same room working makes that collaboration really well, which I think we did really well with the Smithfield Alliance closure. We all got together and got behind the community with our different hats on and really made a difference, I think.
So many different places that you're obviously involved with to make everything work, and it's cool to hear that you're able to, I guess, navigate all of those different areas and attitudes, and obviously everyone has a different end goal in mind. So to be able to bring all those together, and then create the best outcome for the people that you're trying to integrate into the society, it's pretty cool.
Exactly, and that's where Timaru is such a great place, because we are small enough to have our own individual communities, but to work together in that collaboration. Like the Timaru District Council are great. They support us in so many of our events and stuff, so we're very lucky.
Yeah. So do you want other people to come here and move to South Canterbury?
Oh, definitely. I've always been a big ambassador for Timaru, even when I was a uni student. Like, you go there and you get grief for coming from Timaru, but no one really knows, because a lot of people do just drive through on the way to Dunedin or on the way up to Christchurch. They don't stop and find out what a magical place it really is. And I've been fortunate enough to live in Japan, and in that program met heaps of people from around the world. So I've made great friends from America, Ireland and stuff like that. And so they've come to visit me in New Zealand and then come to see Timaru, and they are the same. They love it here. because of that beautiful small town nature, and the surroundings. Like we've got, how many places can you see snowy mountains and the sea right there? So incredibly lucky.
Yeah.
And would definitely encourage people to come and be here.
Definitely. How about you, Troy?
Yes, I'll definitely go. I think it was last year or the year before, or no, 2 years back. I went to Samoa to promote Timaru through the Samoan quarter that bring families to Timaru. So my role with the agency that we went over is to tell them Timaru is the best place in New Zealand. And we have 9 families move from there to here, back in 2 years back.
Yeah.
So we have 9 family move here, first time in their life, and now all the kids in school and they all live in Timaru. And also, just about all my family moved, they all here too in Timaru. We love this place, and I keep telling people, this is the best place, best place to be. Yeah.
So we're at the end of our interview. Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. But to finish, I've got 2 final questions to ask you. The first question is, what benefits has Multicultural Aoraki had from being part of the South Canterbury Chamber of Commerce?
I think going back to that is those connections, that those business after fives is a really great thing. Although I spoke earlier about that social anxiety you often get about what am I going to talk to? It is such a friendly group to be part of as well. And then, so it's lovely, you just go there and just have wee yarns, but that can lead on to other things down the track and like, oh, what are you doing there? Would you want to come and talk to our team about this particular thing? Or, oh, this person's just moved here and their partner doesn't really have a lot to do. Is there anything you can do? So it's just those word of mouth kind of conversations that you get through doing different events. But we've also been incredibly lucky as a non-for-profit that we have managed to do some training through the Chamber of Commerce, like health and safety, which is really important for us, especially on our big events and stuff like that. And we probably would not have had that opportunity to do that without being members of the Chamber.
My final question, and I'll let you both answer this one. What is one piece of advice that you wish someone told you when you were at the beginning of your leadership journey?
Being a leader doesn't mean that you have to be the sole person doing everything. You rely on your team. Your team are there. They're the specialists of that chosen area that they're in. So lean on them. Make sure you utilise your team as much as you can. And don't forget your purpose as well. I think a lot of the time we get distracted with other things that pop up, but just keep looking at why you're doing this and make sure that what you're doing aligns with that.
Nice.
My one is don't think about the past. Think about the future, and you just keep going, one day at a time. If you think about too much about what you've been doing, it's not right, it's not, then at the end of the day, you're stuck in at the same thing. You just need to move up, just keep that step forward, and then just go, put your head down and go. And then help as many people as you can on your way. Yeah. I normally say to my kids, think before you do things. So I always take that with me too.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you both so much.
Oh, good. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fantastic.